This is how to keep ruined plans from ruining your day or your life. It's Saturday morning right now. My husband, my 2 sons, and I got up at the crack of dawn on Saturday, ready for our big zip tour at Sundance Ski Resort. We've done it before. It's a family favorite. We made the reservations weeks ago, shifted work schedules, cleared the day, and everything was ready. And we were up and dressed in the boots, weather gear ready, fanny pack loaded. And just as we're heading out the door, we get a phone call from Sundance. Sorry, we're closing the zip line today because of weather. Well, we were prepared for a little rain and cold, but they shut it down completely. Was it disappointing? Yes. We'd been very excited. It was gonna be a fun day for the family, but after the allotted 15 seconds of discouragement, we just shifted gears. Here's the thing, all 4 of us were still free, so what could we do? Well, we decided to pivot. We really were excited to see all the beautiful autumn colors flying through the air at 65 miles an hour. So maybe the thrill factor would be lower, but we still had a chance to make the day good. Our first stop, a local bakery restaurant for all-you-can-eat French toast sticks. Note, few young adult men will be disappointed by that. Next, we'll be playing some board games together and watching some inspirational talks. After that, to be determined. Was it the adventure that we were expecting today? No. But it will still become a day worth remembering. And that was the point anyway. Today's change of plans reminded me of something that happened many years ago when my oldest daughter was only 3. My husband and I lived with her in a tiny basement apartment. My husband was in grad school, so he was super busy. My daughter and I had planned a picnic in the park with a run through the sprinklers afterward. She had been counting down for many days. We had the menu set, the basket was packed, she had picked out her swimsuit and towel. And of course, on the big day, we had a massive thunderstorm with howling winds. I still remember her standing up on the couch, looking out the window with her tiny little forlorn face. It was so sad, our plans were ruined. And I just remember thinking, I cannot let a storm ruin this day for her. I grabbed our picnic blanket and spread it out on the living room floor. She put on her swimsuit anyway. We pulled a couple of beach chairs and a beach umbrella out of the closet, and I dug up a CD of ocean wave sounds. Do you remember those nature CDs you could get in a little kit with bird sounds and all that? I got the ocean and we popped it in the CD player. And we had a picnic on the beach in our apartment. And you know what? It turned out to be far more memorable than a typical park picnic. We've had a million of those, and this was a different day. We laughed, we ate, we played. And decades later, it's still a fond memory. I don't think we'd remember it if it was just a regular park day. Recently, I saw a young couple who had an absolute downpour at their outdoor wedding. Devastating. But because they took the moment, they ended up with the most breathtaking wedding photos I've ever seen. They could have run inside and cried, but they seized the moment. I think you can almost always find something beautiful in what you did not plan, if you choose to. Charles Swindoll said this, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. So when you have a disappointment, you can cry and be disappointed, or you can make something beautiful of it. So when things fall apart or your plans are ruined, ask yourself, what can I still make of this moment, the moment that I actually have in front of me? Because the detours are often the stories that we remember far more. One more rainy day story for you. We lived in Florida for a decade, and Florida is known for rain. We had a Disney World trip planned with our then 3 little girls. And just as we were approaching Orlando, what would happen? Clouds, rain. Like the Griswolds going to Wally World, we were not going to be deterred. As everyone was running out of Disney World into the parking lot, we were running into Disney World. We had our Disney ponchos. I mean, we were Floridians, right? And our youngest of the three was in a little umbrella stroller, and we were running through puddles and puddles. We were already soaked before we got to the entrance, but we were laughing. We were making it the best day ever. We walked into the park dripping and decided we were going to love it anyway. And the funny thing is that not soon after, the rain subsided, as it does in Florida. And soon, we didn't have very many lines. And it was cooler, and it was comfortable. And it was one of the best days at Disney. It rained again later that day, but it was still one of the best Disney days we had because we took what we were given and we ran with it. So what about you? When have your plans been completely derailed, but turned into something surprisingly amazing because you chose to? I would love to hear those stories. I hope you'll subscribe so we can go on an upward journey in midlife together, even in the pouring rain.